How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. By the way, how did you steal my best friend Robbie Thompson's office? That I want to know.
I do not know. This is a matte painting, so maybe Robbie gave the. I'm joking. It's clearly.
It's uncanny. I already love you. Go ahead.
That's a great way to start. I'm going to start. Let me say on my side how great of a job you did with this material. I'm assuming it's literally a love fest as everyone's coming in saying this. It must be a very hard day to do press.
It's been honestly very lovely. I'll tell you this. The truth is, like, I've been in a cave making this movie a long time. You know what I mean? It's because of the pandemic. There hasn't been. You don't go to the screenings. You don't mix. You don't go to the previews. It's been a very isolated experience, and today has just been lovely. Everyone's reactions of like, oh, it feels wonderful, quite frankly. I'm so glad. I love this show so much, and I wanted the film to be worthy of it. And it feels like people are agreeing that we did a good job, and that makes me so happy. I can't even tell you.
I'm going to say great job instead of good, but moving on.
Thank you.
So the thing about this is you need to make sure with the editing and the way you're telling this story that the audience never loses empathy for Evan. Can you sort of talk about making sure that the audience doesn't lose empathy for Evan while you're watching?
Well, yes, that was a very early thing that was very important to me. And Steven Levenson did a wonderful job of adapting his own book with a screenplay and making certain decisions that I just would always lean into the need for, in a way, the need for the lie, or lean into the emotional undercurrent of what was going on and how this very, very strange thing was like a win-win for everybody until it wasn't. And then once it wasn't, he had to come clean. But more than anything else, I really just focused on the kid. This is a lonely, father's gone, like he has depression, he has anxiety, his mother works all the time, he's alone in that house constantly. He's alone all summer. And like, how do you not have empathy for a kid like that? You know, he does a terrible thing, he makes a terrible mistake and he sees it through. But like, I never lost my sympathy or empathy for him. It helps to have Ben Platt perform the role, God knows. But really in its conception, empathy was what I led with.
I am always obsessed when I talk to filmmakers about the editing process. And I always ask, like, how long was their first cut compared to the finished film, especially for fans of this material who I'm sure want to see everything you shot.
Sure. I'd say at the end of the day, believe it or not, 20 minutes was cut out between the first cut and the final. And literally only one scene, well, two scenes were lost. One where something it's like the fans wouldn't even know about because it wasn't in the stage show, something we explored. Another thing like in a cafeteria scene that we ended up not needing. So basically, really the lifts came from inside of material and taking out pauses and this, that, and the other and just kind of constructing it that way. But no, I mean, what you see is what you get. You know, there's no extended cut. There's no plans for it. It's like we delivered like ultimately what the movie was supposed to be.
Yeah, it's basically I gotta go, but it's basically you just took the air out of the scenes that had too much air.
Basically, yeah. It's like if you could say it in 3 lines, but when you shot it, you said it in 8. Oh, let's say it in 3 and let's see how that feels. No, you didn't always do it, but you did it a lot. So yeah, that was it. It was just trying to really just move it along, for sure.
I already got to go. Next time I talk to you, I'll ask you about 1,000 other questions.
I would love that. Anytime you want to do a follow-up, I appreciate it.